Hello, everybody, and welcome to Twilight Princess. This is my number one favorite Zelda game, hands down. And the only reason why I say that at this moment is because I grew up with this game when I was 12 years old, and this is what really kept my interest in Zelda going. Even though I was always interested as a kid, I wanted something more realistic, and Nintendo, along with many other fans, provided that for them after Ocarina of Time, since we had like Wind Waker and Four Swords Adventures, and it was really nice that they brought this game to life because it was everything a lot of us Zelda fans wanted. I also have not beaten Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom in order for that to kind of sway my judgment on my favorite Zelda game of all time. But for now, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess has always been it. We're going to be playing the HD version for this playthrough. I haven't actually fully beaten this HD version as of yet. I've beaten this game over 15 times between the GameCube and the Wii growing up. I'm going to be playing this with the Wii U Pro controller, and I already started a save file to kind of jog my memory of the game and to just enjoy it while being off screen. I'm going to be 100%ing that playthrough, and we're going to start ours down here on quest log number 3. We're going to name our character Link, but you can name him whatever. Same with your horse. And I'm going to be playing this on normal mode because it's going to be the same as the GameCube version, whereas if you play this in hero mode, which is really cool that there's no hearts dropping and you take double the damage, but unfortunately the entire map is flipped like Master Quest in Ocarina of Time. I don't want to play on a flipped map just to increase the difficulty slightly. I can always pull out my Ganondorf amiibo to double the damage as it is. I just have to find the guy first. I'm lying around here somewhere. But we're going to be playing this on normal mode, essentially because I just like the way the game aesthetic looks. Because originally this game was made for the GameCube before they flipped the entire map and put it onto the Wii. Because they wanted to have this game be one of the launch games for the Nintendo Wii. Sort of how they did the Wii U to the Nintendo Switch with Breath of the Wild. And this might take me a long time to complete this game, just because I just have a lot more going on in my life than back when I had a gaming-specific YouTube channel to where I can designate a lot of time into playing games. Like, another favorite game that came out around the same time was Final Fantasy III, that came out in 2006. And these two games were really at the height of my middle school and early high school life. And I started my Final Fantasy III playthrough for this channel 5 years ago at the recording of this video. And unfortunately, it's taken a really long time to finally get around to playing it and finishing that game just because I worked on a lot of independent films, and work has been busy regardless of the job I go into and all that kind of stuff. But ultimately, I will always like to be able to play video games regardless of how busy my life does get. And right now I'm really appreciative that I have the time to play Twilight Princess and share my love for this game with you guys before my life gets even crazier, which, believe it or not, it probably can and will. So until then, let's enjoy this because it's not very often I get to sit down and play a video game these days. So this is our character Link. As you've already noticed, if you haven't played this game before, is that he is not the same Link as in other Zelda games. He's never been to Hyrule. And if you look at the Zelda timeline, you go, wait, how can that be? Because the hero of time has been to Hyrule. But the thing is with the Zelda series is even though they do follow more of a timeline and a story structure to link all the games together, at the same time, they want to continue the same type of storytelling, even though they change it up a little bit each game, or a lot, depending on which. And so this is a different Link, set hundreds to thousands of years after Ocarina of Time. And this game falls into the timeline of the child timeline, because that's where the game ended up splitting the timeline into 3. But I don't want to get too crazy into the timeline right now, but essentially, this Zelda game does take place after Ocarina of Time, and that's essentially all you really need to know. And it's absolutely beautiful. Um, like when this came out on the GameCube, I was blown away by the graphics, and I'm even more blown away by the graphics playing this on the Wii U. I really wish they would remake this game for the Nintendo Switch, like many others. But at least they did remake it. Fingers crossed they'll release this on the Switch here pretty soon because I would love to play this game portably, like on an airplane or something if I have to travel for work. It would just be a lot of fun because this is one of those games, at least for me, never really gets old. I do wish it was harder, but it's still a really enjoyable experience either way. So, some girl took our horse, and this guy here wants us to help him herd goats. And as you can tell, we're going to need our horse to help him herd goats. If you do it on foot, you would probably do it already. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I mean, we'll get Epona, don't worry. And I've been recently watching speedrunners try to speedrun this game. I mean, not try, they're successful at it, but this game is one of the harder Zelda games to speedrun. And you can roll to gain a little more speed if you like. I tend to roll a lot when I feel very impatient, like every other Zelda player. Um, yeah, just the graphics are really, really good, and I'm very thankful that I get to look at this game in its HD glory. There are some stuff that's a little rough around the edges that I'll kind of point out later on, if I remember. Just because this was taken from a GameCube game and also the Wii version and ported into like they basically did like an HD layering to clean it up and make it look nicer, and they took it to that 16:9 aspect ratio even for this GameCube version. And then they redid all the buttons and stuff too. Yeah, her treat was what? Carrots and a bath? What's up? Oh yeah. So instead of having like a musical instrument, we actually can just pick up some grass and play it. And there's gonna be other ways to play music later on, and if you play Twilight Princess, we all know what that is, but I'm going to be not spoiling this game for people who haven't played it, in case this is your first time watching it. But I do hope that you do play this game yourself if you've never seen it or played it before. But thank you for joining me on playing Twilight Princess, and I'm happy I could share my love for this game with you guys. This will be more of a guide because I play this game way too much for it to not be like a walkthrough. So I hope I can help you get through the game yourself in case you are struggling in certain areas. And speaking of which, how are you guys doing today? Are you having a good day, a good night? Tell me all about it. Tell me what your favorite Zelda game is, if you like Zelda. And for any of my Twilight Princess veterans out there who played this game as much as I have, or at least once, you understand that the beginning of this game is really, really slow. I really liked it the first time, but multiple playthroughs, it's just not as fun. And since I'm going to be showing a lot of things, it's going to be even less fun because I can't just race through this really quickly. So this is Ordon Village, and she's kind of foreshadowing monkeys being mischievous. If I go through too fast in the text here, feel free to pause the game. Yeah, no, I think your dad's a little too old to be running after monkeys. Yeah, I kind of need to get to work, guys, but I will catch you later. But this kind of shows you like all the families kind of being around here. Here's Colin. Oh, working on a fishing line. Oh, cool, thanks. How's it going? Oh, what's that? Oh, he was literally just telling me that. Can I talk to your mom? Oh, no. Oh, there we go. Hello there. It is a beautiful sunset. Oh, yeah. Well, you're welcome. I'm so glad you can get some alone time when I kind of take your husband out, because him and I are working on stuff. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I gotta make my money at the end of the day. Gotta, pay my rent, pay my bills. Yeah, that too. Although I don't think anyone really pays rent in this village. It's just kind of a collective community to work together to acquire food, to have each other's company. And of course, they have to raise money and do stuff somehow. So maybe they sell goat milk and they send it off to Hyrule or something. But again, it's a very, very tiny village. Hello, Fado. How's it going? Huh. They don't listen to a word you say lately, huh? Sure, yeah. I mean, I could herd them up real fast on Epona. Now, there is a really easy way of doing this, but sometimes they do a little bit of a pain in the butt. So you'll kind of want to circle around them and try to get them going towards the barn, the hut. That's a barn, right? So essentially we want them to go that way. And always try to go behind them. And they're going to scatter either way. And we're going to be able to do this again later on where there's actually going to be double the amount of goats. And will be a lot harder, but if you use like the same strategy, it's going to be relatively easy either way. And so we finished the chores for the day. Yeah. About the fences. What about fences? Like, do I gotta build a fence? Oh, I can hop over a fence. So if you remember in Ocarina of Time, you can hop over fences like super easy. And he'll tell me how to do it. I clicked on him on accident. I'd rather just show you guys by dashing and going forward to build said fence. By build, I mean jump. I'm not sure why I said build. I'm very tired. It's a little late at night. Yeah, let's go ahead and save our game. I will be working on my other playthrough to 100% and show you guys as I save this game and show you that save data later on as I'm playing the game more in my private life when I have free time and I'm not recording it for the channel. So we got a lot of kids outside and they're bothering us on our day off. You used to be able to backflip off of that. Yeah, no, not anymore. Maybe they took that out. But I remember backflipping off the ladder. Now I'm really curious to go watch my playthrough on my old Master Linnet channel. Just to kind of see if I'm imagining things. But you can definitely backflip off this ladder. Hey guys, how's it going? Hear about what? Oh, really? Everyone's curious about the slingshot. Yeah, just buy it if you want it. Oh. Yeah. She can get in trouble for that, huh? Oh. Our allowances are terrible. I wish I was born into a family with a slingshot. Yeah, well, it looks like we're gonna have to raise some money in order for us to get the slingshots, which thankfully isn't very hard to do. Hey, bud. No, thanks. But what? Ow. That's okay. Well, I will get the slingshot myself. So we're gonna want to kind of get some money. Basically, just you kind of wandering around, doing things around town will help us get money. If you pick up this rock here, we'll get 5 rupees. Notice how Link went into like an animation. That animation would happen every single time you booted up the game for the GameCube or the Wii. Thankfully, in the HD version, they took that out. That would be very annoying every time you turn the game back on. Well, the console back on. Oh, really? Okay, so you're up here staring at a beehive when you should be restocking the store? Oh. Your cat hasn't come home, you want to knock down a beehive. Interesting. Maybe I can do a couple of those things for you. Yeah, I guess we'll go inside here first. Usually I come in here later, but you don't get a certain piece of dialogue if you don't come in here. So, she's very sad. Maybe it's because her cat hasn't come home. Oh. No, I haven't seen your cat yet, but I'll keep an eye out. He ate the fish we were going to have for supper last night, gave him a scolding, and he went out and hasn't returned. Oh, wow. So he knows that you're upset for scolding him about eating the supper. Now, this is a first for me. I actually have my own cat. He's a little black cat named Atlas. And he's a cute little guy. And I'm really happy that I have a kitty cat in my life as well as a small dog. So I'm happy I have my pets. So if you hear them kind of meow or bark in the background, now you know. So also in the HD version, they increased the speed of the climbing animation because believe it or not, it was a lot slower. Oh yeah, there's that cat, huh? Hmm. Yeah, I don't think it's on a staring contest. A cat can catch a fish. I mean, if the water's shallow enough, they can. I'm pretty sure I've seen a video of a cat catching a fish before. And I also seen one where one just gets a fish from like a Japanese fisherman and is very happy about it. The internet, you can watch as many cat videos as you like, and no one will question you. Now we do want to go over here for 5 rupees. But we're going to also want to play some grass over here. I'm not going to talk to everybody about all their problems and stuff going on. Because that would be pretty... it would make this a lot longer than it has to be. But that monkey has something that we want. And thankfully, since Link's a farmer, he can call a hawk. And we can send that hawk over to that monkey. You don't have to be exactly on the baby carriage, bed, cradle. Essentially, we don't need to be exactly on it for us to get it with the hawk. Now be very careful not to fall into the water. That would be very sad. And who's the only lady in town we know that has baby or soon-to-be baby? It's going to be Russell's wife. Forgetting her name. So, oh, it's a cradle. Cool. Okay, I knew that. I made it when my first child was born. I've cherished it for all these years. Did you know all this somehow? Yeah, okay. Yeah, no problem. Is Russell out? Sure, I could take this to your house. Now, you could follow her, but it would take it'd be a while before she got here. So if you just kind of race to her house, she teleports here. And then she'll be able to give us the fishing rod that Colin made us. I do like how it's painted. Thank you very much. So face the water, use it to cast, and pull the line when you get a bite. Without bait, you'll catch a larger variety. Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, you know what? It's his first time making it, and I just appreciate the fact that he gave one to me, because we'll be doing a lot of fishing in this game. This is actually my favorite Zelda game for fishing, as you can already probably tell by my excitement. When I watched my older videos, just more or less to learn how well I did and what I've been improving upon, I didn't really realize how deep my voice got lately. It feels like it got really deep within the last 5 years. Hello! Oh, wrong menu screen. Oh, but I should show you that. This is the collection screen. It's pretty barren, but I really like the red and the blue on both sides there. Just because it really reminds me of Oracle Seasons on the left and Oracle Ages on the right. A couple other Zelda games I really enjoy. Alright, so we're going to want to go ahead and cast. Now, you used to be doing this on the C stick, and as you can tell, well actually you can't really see me, but I'm using both joysticks, so it's not really making a difference. And so it's going to be, we're going to want to wait until we get a fish on the line. You're just going to kind of tap the button and hold it until you're able to acquire the green gill fish. Now, there is a lot of fish in this game, but catching 100% of the fish doesn't really net you anything. But you're more than welcome to do so. I mean, after the cat steals our fish. If you really want to 100% the game with all the fish. There's going to be a nice spot later on for us to do a lot of fishing at. Man, that cat just stole my fish. But were you really going to eat it anyways, Link? Probably not, so that's okay if it takes our fish. My theory is that the cat took the fish because the cat is really sad that he got scolded for eating the fish and stealing it, and wants to bring fish back to its owner, the mom. So the cat, you know, the blah 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 blah, if I could just speak today. So mom won't be as mad at the cat anymore. So if you take the time to climb up here, you can get 10 rupees. And we can also call a hawk for some reason. No, very nice. Since we saw this already, I'm just going to skip it so we can kind of have the hawk already. I like using this hawk to kind of knock down this beehive over here. Because if you look at the trees up there, there's a yellow and a blue rupee, so there's 15 more rupees that we can easily acquire, which would be perfect. And there's also one over there that I also want to get before I jump down. So if you just kind of walk over here, and... Oh, no, I guess I can't get up there. I thought there was like a ladder there of some kind. So that means I have to use the cuckoo to get up there. Because there is a cuckoo on the roof. But anyhow, let's talk to Marbo, see how he's doing. Good morning to you. Oh, is he really? Ha! Calamity. Maybe that's where they got their word and they just went, oh yeah, remember how we used that word calamity in Twilight Princess? We should use that for a title of a game. Or at least the enemy of Calamity Ganon in Breath of the Wild. Which I will be going back and playing through that game more and finishing it for the channel. I just wanted to take a break to play some Twilight Princess. And I also haven't got my consoles hooked up with the capture device and done testing for that yet. For the Nintendo Switch and the PS4, I've only done it for the Wii U. Which is why I'm playing Twilight Princess. And I've also been having the urge to play this one a lot more. If you pick up these pumpkins, and maybe it's this one? Aha, there you go. You got 5 rupees there. So that's pretty nice. I'm going to try to get that one over here again. Let's see. Oh, do I have to use the hawk to pick up the cuckoo? Yeah, okay, that 10 rupee is almost not worth it if I gotta use the hawk to pick up the cuckoo. But that's okay, we're not gonna need it anyways. Let's go ahead and just use it to kind of fly down this way. Little glide. Thankfully there's a really fun minigame involving cuckoos later on that I can't wait to show you guys. Getting past the intro is just, it takes a really long time. Thankfully, Link climbs a whole lot faster. Now, when you look at Link's ranch outfit design, I really love the way it looks, although it does remind me of Tidus of Final Fantasy X. How he has like that one pant leg, Link has like that one sleeve for his arm. Okay, and up there's my 5 rupees, and then we'll just kind of walk and grab the 10. Now, something that's always I always thought was pretty cool is that you can see Link's house from here. And it's interesting that Link's house is the only one that is basically off in the distance. And everyone else kind of lives throughout here in this little village. Except for Fado. Fado might live at the ranch. I don't know. But I have so many questions about how the logistics work here. But that's okay. We don't need to question every little detail if you know what I'm saying. Alright. So now she's happy, her cat is home. I think I'd be sad if my little kitty left too. But anywho, yeah, he brought her a fish. She's happy, he's happy. I'm about to be really happy because she's going to give me some milk in a bottle. Our first bottle of the game replenishes a few hearts, which is good. We'll have to use that later. Plus, Link doesn't really eat in this game, so it'd be nice to give him some food in his belly because he's going to be burning a lot of calories. Yeah. Well, essentially, I'm very interested in buying your slingshot for 30 rupees. And if you kind of just wander around and do the things that we did, you'll have money for this easily. What? I'm not going to do anything naughty with a slingshot. Kind of cool how you still get a slingshot in this game. Although, I'm going to be really honest, I don't really use it much after the tutorial section. It's almost pointless to use the slingshot when you're gonna get the bow and arrow very early on in the game. Now, if you got it as late as you did in Ocarina of Time, then the slingshot would be extremely useful, especially when you're playing Child Link. Although Child Link does get to use the bow in Majora's Mask, so he's not always using the slingshot. Oh, hey, how's it going? Really? Oh yeah, I got the fishing rod, it works great. Yeah, I'll be thinking calling here really soon. Okay, Russell, have a good one. What did he deliver in my room, I wonder? Before we talk to the kids, use your slingshot to get rid of that nasty spider. Although, let's be honest, if a spider is that big in real life, which I know they're there is in Australia, but those spiders are basically harmless or just scary. I would have a panic attack. I love Spider-Man, but I am like really scared of spiders, and I tend to have this reaction to where I'm not going to let spiders be in my house without having any problems, because I'm gonna have a lot of problems. Anywho, we got the wooden sword from Russell. That'll come in handy. And how did he get this heavy treasure chest up here all by himself? It's like made out of wood. Why not just like leave it on the floor? Or put it on like one of my crates over here or something. Lean it against the wall like the broom. We will be exploring Link's house a little more later on when we can actually get something from there. How am I doing on time? Okay, yeah, we'll do this first, just so I don't have to do this in the next episode. And then we'll end the episode and, yeah, continue on from here. Let's go and finish the tutorial part here, anyways. So they set up a lot of targets for us, it looks like. How did you guys get it up there? You know what, I shouldn't be questioning video game logic. Oh man, I used to question logic all the time, and now I'm here to let loose of reality. I am playing a fantasy game. So essentially, you're gonna target, and you don't have like a reticle, but it's not too hard to kind of get for it to hit the target. And yeah, you can use the L and to aim, except we're going to be hitting these guys first because we have to hit all of them. But that's okay. We're not really going to be using our slingshot much after this anyways. You can use it on enemies, but I find that most enemies come to you, including bats, to where, unless you want to get the jump on them, you really don't need to use the slingshot all too much. If at all after this. So slingshot for me is probably the most, I wouldn't say useless, but useless for me in terms of my playstyle and everything. Do I really want to teach you to use a sword to go after monkeys? Monkeys aren't really that harmful, they're just mischievous. I'm sure there's a way to scare them off, but anyway, we want to use our sword for us and to entertain kids. I hope they don't go after monkeys. Okay, so we got to do a vertical slice now, which thankfully is not too hard. Which other one? Oh, she's talking about when you do a spin attack. Hold up, ZL target, and press B. Oh, she wants to see a stab. So, we're going to do a stab to, you know, since you want to do that one. Now a spin attack. No, that wasn't a vertical slice. Okay, let's just do the spin attack. Because you got the horizontal, vertical, stab, and the spin. Oh, the jump attack. No, that's definitely a vertical slice. So, there we go. I like adding a backflip in there just because, you know, we're showing off. I mean, how cool is that? It's like when you're teaching a karate class and you're doing a tornado kick and a kid hasn't seen that before. They're like, their eyes get really wide. They're just filled with amazement of how cool that looks. And if you haven't already known this about me, fun fact, I am a martial arts instructor. Been training and teaching in karate for over 17 years consistently at the time of me recording this episode. Oh, come on, guys. We're really going to be chasing a monkey? Okay, well, we're going to follow after them next time on Twilight Princess. And with that being said, have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me, and we will continue onward because I don't want to drag this episode out too long. But have a great day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this with your friends and family. It does mean a world to me when you do. And tell me your favorite Zelda game down below. Look forward to hearing from you. Have a good day.